Hey you guys, it's Brit. Tonight we're here to talk about this video that has been going viral over on TikTok. This girl is in the market to get a new dog, and she had quite a direct opinion regarding pretentious dog owners and how she feels about certain breeds being paid close attention to. These dogs, certain breeds, come with a certain disclaimer and require a certain amount of training, attention to detail. Like, there are certain breeds, and if you're a dog owner, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But we're going to go over everything in this video. I'm going to try to make it short and sweet and to the point, but if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so as some of y'all might know, I am a dog owner. I am absolutely obsessed with my dog. Y'all see him at the end of all of my videos, and he is just literally the light of my life. He makes life so much better. I am obsessed with him. I am making this video short and sweet so that I can spend some extra time with him this evening because it's a work night. I am not a dog trainer, but I still have very strong opinions about dog ownership and what it means to bring a dog into your life. Let's watch the video and then I'll give some thoughts.
I hate pretentious dog owners. I'm in the process of doing research on a bunch of different breeds of dogs, and it's always like the specialty dog breed owners that are like, I don't recommend them. They're not for everyone. It takes a very special kind of person to have one of these dogs. Like, bitch, if you don't give that dog some motherfucking kibble and take it on a walk, like, what do you mean? Like, it's always like the very expensive dogs. Like, and like people with like Dobermans or like the Belgian Malinois or what's the other one that I was looking at? Like the Cane Corso or like a Dogo Argentino. Like, it's always like those owners are like, I don't recommend it. Like, it's definitely not for everyone. Like, okay, like, and if a Chihuahua's not for everyone either, but it's always like those types of dogs that people are super pretentious about. And it's like, I think that you can assume if I'm spending $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 on a dog, then I'm not an idiot. You know what I mean? Like think about like how we had to get to the place that we could spend $7,000 on a dog. I promise you the dog will be just fine.
Having money to buy an expensive dog does not mean that you are qualified to own that dog. Just walking around and saying that, oh, I have this much money, so I'm qualified to do this, I'm qualified to do that. Guess what? There are a lot of people that have millions of dollars and end up having children, and they are the worst parents on the planet. Having money does not automatically make you qualified for something. And people like her, I forget her name because it's just so unimportant, Giselle here, what she needs to understand is that the animal shelters are overpopulated. There are so many animal shelters that literally cannot fit any more dogs into their building because they are so overpopulated. And a lot of these dogs are high energy, high drive. They need a lot in order to be experiencing a quality of life, if that makes sense. You cannot automatically just bring in a Doberman or a Belgian Malinois and think that giving it kibble and taking it for a walk, that's not automatically going to give that dog what it needs. These breeds are specific and they require so much, and people like Giselle are part of the problem when it comes to shelters being past their capacity. These shelters are seeking out foster homes because they don't have the room in the shelter to house these dogs. What happens if someone wants to pay $5,000, $7,000 for this dog that they think they are going to just bring into their home and not give them what they need and what they require, and then their patience wears thin, and that dog is dropped off at the local shelter because it's just too much for the adults to handle. I'm going to drop in a video from Maddie and Rudder, and I follow them on TikTok, and she had a really good take on this.
I hate pretentious dog owners. I'm in the process of doing research on a bunch of different breeds of dogs, and it's always like the specialty dog breed owners that are like, I don't recommend them. They're not for everyone. Bitch, if you don't give that dog some motherfucking kibble and take it on a walk, like, what do you mean? Always like the very expensive dogs. Like people with like Dobermans or like the Belgian Malinois, the King Corso. But it's always like those types of dogs that people are super pretentious about. I think that you can assume if I'm spending $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 on a dog, then I'm not an idiot. Think about like how we had to get to the place that we could spend $7,000 on a dog.
Babe, I'm not going to hold your hand when I say this. People like you are the problem. There is a reason people say a dog like a Belgian Malinois is not for everyone. Because a dog like a Belgian Malinois is actually not for 99.9% of the population. I have been involved in dogs for 30 years, and a Belgian Malinois is not for me. I have a show line English Springer Spaniel, and even I would say a dog like him is not for everyone because of his grooming requirements, high intelligence, and high desire to do long distance off-leash outdoor activities. There's a reason why Chicago Animal Care and Control is full of bully mutts and huskies, because even a dog like a husky is not for everyone. But people like the way they look, and they think that they can just feed it some kibble and take it on a walk and it will be fine. It won't be fine. And to that point, I'm not really sure what the price of a dog has to do with your argument, because there are plenty of Belgian Malinois you can get for free at the local shelter or rescue, because people like you buy them, realize they're in over their heads, and then dump them at the shelter. You said you've done a lot of research, then why are you calling the Cane Corso a cane corso? Let this be a reminder that no matter what type of dog you're looking to get, whether you want a Maltese or a Malinois, significant research needs to be done to ensure that dog is a good fit for you. And any breeder selling somebody like you a Malinois or a Doberman is not a good breeder of those dogs, because a reputable and ethical breeder of those dogs would never sell them to somebody like you with your mindset about dogs.
Having money does not give you common sense, and I think social media proves that. We knew that years ago, but these people who have money on social media and are just being extremely unhinged and filming these videos and posting it, and then thinking that they proved a point or people were going to agree with them. The comments in this video are absolutely exactly what I'm thinking. Someone said this has to be rage bait. As a dog trainer, people like you pay my bills. She responded and said, you say it like it's a bad thing that someone would seek help dog training. The problem is that a dog trainer is not a solution to your irresponsible decision. Having a dog trainer, not a problem. A lot of people have dog trainers, but when you buy a dog that you are not qualified to handle on your own, and you're expecting a dog trainer to come in and do that job for you, that is where it's a problem. And what if you run into money problems? You can't afford a dog trainer. You can't afford to give this dog what it needs, so then you circle back around and we're back to the shelter. Dogs being dropped off because people are stupid and they are buying dogs that don't fit their lifestyle. They are being brought into homes that are not qualified to take care of them and give them what they need. And that is why the shelters are overcrowded, and that is why people like this make me want to hit my head against a brick wall. This is not satire. It was not a joke. It wasn't a skit. She was very serious, and the comments show that she was very serious because she's doubled down multiple times. And at the end of the day, it's so heartbreaking for these dogs who are purchased as puppies, brought into a home for 6 months, a year, 2 years, and then they quote unquote wear out their welcome. And the owners get sick and tired of the dog destroying things or needing more exercise than what the owner is willing to give it. And I am heartbroken for these dogs. Unfortunately, I think that a lot of people get a dog just because they feel like they want a cute little puppy. I'm thinking back to like Brooke Houts, Brittany Dawn. We've seen horrible influencers bring dogs into their lives that they were not ready to care for. And at the end of the day, it's the dog that pays. It's the dog that is rehomed, put in the shelter, possibly neglected or abused. And it's all because an idiot decided that they wanted a puppy and didn't care if they were qualified to give this dog what it needed. Getting a dog is a huge decision, and I've shared this before, so I will say this to close out the video. We went 6 years without a dog because we were not in a living situation, a financial situation, a free time situation to be able to properly care for a dog at that point. And those 6 years were, it felt like 10 years, it felt like 15 years. I've always had a dog. So going 6 years without was painful, but I knew that it was the selfless decision. And once we got to a point where we could properly care for a dog, we got Axel. And I'm so glad that we waited because, you know, he's been given the best quality of life that was within our means. And I'm glad that we waited. But either way, that's enough for today. I know this is totally unrelated and random, but it really lights my fire when I see influencers saying things like this. I will call it out. It's disgusting. It's out of touch. And it is really tragic for the dogs that are involved with these stupid influencers. But that's it for today. So if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.